Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Bink or Bust 100K Poker Challenge. I am underestimated, and we have three different tables up today. We have an NL50, an NL100, and an NL200 table up and running. Again, this NL200 table is pretty good. We got a few fish on it, a nit on our left, so not much to worry about. It's playing every hand. Short stack here, and then I've never seen creepy puppet or game bred, so they're expected fish as well. So pretty good setup for a chance to jump the bankroll, which is currently sitting at 3,600 roughly, breaking even for the last few days, which is fine. It's a lot better than a massive downswing or something like that. I'll just fold check there. The stream here quickly. There it is. Okay, that's up. Running. I've been trying to figure out how to increase the volume on this microphone with no success so far. We did lose a fish, unfortunately. So anyways, yesterday was pretty swingy. I think we were down at up or even or whatever it was. 8-7 off. It's actually just below opening range. Yeah, so yesterday, we were up 200, down 100, and then we ended up 120, basically. 150 at EV. It's a pretty swingy day, over 2,400 hands. It's kind of expected. Like, we've been having we had a pretty good April so far, considering how little we actually played. Yeah, so we went on like a super heavy upswing here from negative whatever to plus 900 or 800 here. Yeah, plus 820. So we went on an $800 swing over about 5,000 hands. And we didn't break it even so far, but still, we're well above 10 BBs per 100. Obviously, there's NL50 mixed in here. So yeah, overall, not wow. That's kind of crazy. Not complaining. Alright, we 3-bet take it down against creepy puppet. And we get a new player, kick 8. We also still have this fold. It's never going away. We're going to be coughing for the rest of our life, probably. Alright, 10 suited fold. And we'll be keeping an eye on the tables. So kicking T. Okay. This playing off 535 hands, 5% defense. He looks like he's playing pretty tight. Robo Bubba is a massive whale on the site. I don't have any hands. I have a few hands against this guy. 25 hands. Really nothing though. King 5 fold. Fold Queen 8. The King 9 up here. We're just gonna check as well. So yeah, overall it's been going pretty good. So let's just flip over to today only. Excuse me. So we're up on the NL50 table, and we're just breaking even on the other two. Basically, we squeezed 2 different times and completely bricked the flop. 3 callers, so just check folded. So let's go. And then we hit flop the king high flush draw to win some of this back against the Jackie. Seems pretty spewy and aggressive overall. The 3s we can just take a flop and just be check fold, no. Okay. Ace king, raise that up. A7 suited will also raise that up. We go a little bit bigger. It's mostly because everybody uh, over calls and overfolds the flop. So we just build the pot a little bit pre-flop without having to worry about getting 3-bet all that often. And I think we just check back the ace here. That's fine. I don't think there's really much value in betting when our kicker doesn't play. We lose to a king. The queen's not going to call the turn, you know. Or definitely not a river bet very often. So I think probably checking back's fine. Maybe that's a little too tight with the ace to check back there. But just we don't ever have a king really, so and I don't think they ever call anything but a chop. Okay, fold queen deuce, fold 5-3. Okay, looks like better. Oh, not yet. Well, in stream it should be. Stream should be running now. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna mute that. Okay. Just a little Sunday grind here for the team. Dorkman, we stacked heads up. We actually binked a 10 on the river. Money went in on the river, but it was king, queen. We had king 10. He actually had pocket queens that he did not 3-bet pre-flop. Flop came king, queen. It went. He checked, we bet, he called. We checked, he bet, he called. And then the 10 on the river, we bet. He tiny raised this. We clicked it back. He shoved. We called, and that was up. Good board. Quick little stacking. Fold the 10 deuce, fold the 8 deuce. D4 wins the folding. So hopefully these tables all stick around. We can get it's almost 7 o'clock. They should be tables should be picking up, I would think. All right, fold 7-5, fold 7-6. No 3-bets from this guy, eh? Probably just playing pretty straightforward, playing decent cards. Check folding flops when he misses, not get too frisky about with much. Okay, the king 5 will fold. There we go, that's a little better. Apologize for all the coughing, guys. So we have basically 11 days to go from 3,600 to 4,000 to make sure we are on track for our first month's goal. So, and then we will really try to get that second month's goal on track pretty quickly, hopefully. Here, I'll go for a check raise some portion of the time. I think I'll just check. Our ace is going to be good a lot. Pocket threes, pocket fifths, pocket nines are going to check a lot. So he checks back. Once he checks back, this doesn't have a 9. It's most likely holding is either an ace or a small pocket pair. Maybe a 3, maybe a 4. So now he bets on the 10. I think I'll call 1. he bets again, we'll just fold. Now we lose to the 8. It sucks. Guess I should check. I thought about check raising turn. Let's go back and forth on it. I didn't think my hand looked believable enough. Okay, we ISO the ace 2 suited, they fold. Okay, we just fold the queen 4 suited. Megan just happened to pick a hand up there, I would assume. Guy open rips 32 bigs. Okay, we're gonna raise the queen jack. Raise the queen jack off. 5-4. And we're gonna raise the jack 6 suited. So the jack 6 suited. We're opening almost every suited hand here. So this board, we're just gonna check when we have the jack. He checks again. Go for some value on the turn now. Just check rips it. Nothing to do but fold there. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense on what he would have, but almost 40 big blinds, 37 big blinds. I think we'll just let that go. What are we listening to here, folks? Nothing good. Alright, fold the ace 4. Ten 4 suited, we'll bump that up. Top shooter just starts spewing. We will tighten up our range. Fold 10-5. Raise the queen 6. Okay, makes the call. Probably gonna get ourselves into trouble here. Pretty standard spot, small here. Actually, we'll probably a little bit smaller in a 4-bet pot. And we're gonna value bet the 7. And we'll check back the ace king. Check back the 7. We definitely call 1 with the ace king. He's probably check shoving. Interesting. Question is, do I rip this? No. I think I did. Yes. The turn probe is just so often nothing, so it's like when they probe turn and then check river, you can probably just check there and win enough with ace king, but he's gonna fold like a 7 and pocket 6s and all that crap, so. And I don't think he slow plays river because fish don't slow play river, they're too scared of missing value. So I think the shove there is good. Okay, flop top 2 pair here. Do we win with that 7? Right, just bet half pot for value. Whenever you don't have top pair, you want to go aggressive. When you have a strong hand, it's not blocking top pair. So you want to attack them pretty hard for when they do have top pair. You'd be shocked at how much GTO 4-bets when villains are not 5-bet shoving properly. Really king 4. And this board we just check. And we'll fold. Case check to it twice. I'm just gonna overbet here. Basically, when the flop goes check check, we're like overbetting or checking ourselves. We're gonna squeeze the king 10 suited here for the jack 7, and we'll just throw a c-bet on this board. It's relatively dry. I think we're supposed to 3-bet that also. Okay, that's annoying. Okay, we turn the straight. Not sure what to make of this. We just don't have a hand to call with. He probably has like ace king maybe. Alright, don't battle turtle raises. We're gonna call. Yeah, I was gonna say that's like ace king through and through that shove. Called 4s though. Flipping keys. Yeah, chop that up. We just get too many check behinds there from 2 pairs, so I think we want to value that flush there. That's a little unfortunate timing. I mean, that's all you can do, obviously, is shove there. I just think it's funny that you don't 3-bet it, and then he does shove it. Okay. Try to focus in here on the heads-up table a little bit better. Not playing it very well. Okay, we lead it. He limps. We lead into him with the 7. He raises. We call. And he's continuing potting it. Obviously, we pick up the flush draw, so we're going to call again. And then if he pots again on river, we'll just probably fold. I doubt he's going to be bluffing. The guy just has like some 3. At least 3. Whatever. Jack 3, we're just folding. I'm going to try ISOing these limps and then c-betting flops and see how they go. With all of our light cards, we would just kind of give up. He might just be trying to see flops. Okay, with the gut shot, we'll bet here and we're going to go big. This board's pretty dry, we're just going to small. And there's a lot of cards we're going to want to double barrel. Anything that wraps around the 6, any face cards, we just fold to the raise. Any diamond, all those are bluffing cards. King will value bet. Open shoves. Ace 4 suited is unfortunately a fold. Fold 10-4. Okay, the queen 8 will defend. Ace 5 to raise. Okay, we're gonna check raise here. Bunch of backdoors that we can continue barreling on if he does call. Nobody check raises enough, which potentially makes the old school of just like range betting small 100% potentially super profitable at the micro stakes. Limped pot here, I think we'll just lead it before. Jackal calls, or Jackie calls, I guess. These 3 improves, 4-5 improves. I think we'll just check. And I will call the river. Yeah, I don't think we can value bet before. Yes, maybe value bet before. I think a lot of his small pocket pairs still check call river though. I don't think we need to there for value. I think the fives, the queen five bets for value. Because he does have some like, you know, 5-6 ace fives in his range as well. King fives, whatever. Okay, we're gonna see bet here. Do some turn. I'll check. The ace-6 off, we'll do some calling here, mostly just 3-betting. And we are going to ISO the 10-8 suited. And we'll call 1 with the ace. Fold the 8-6, fold the king 5. Okay, we check back. I think we'll just go for showdown this time. And we're just going to see right here. Bink the deuce and do that. That's too bad. That's fine. Jackie, we're just done. She calls. It's not folding turn. And she doesn't have enough chips to be able to triple barrel her off. Just let that go. Ace 9 we raise. Okay, pocket nines. ISO a little bit bigger this time. The value. The queen 4 is just a fold. Ace king suited we raise. Not calling 5x. Okay, we're just gonna walk unfortunately there. Fold the 10-8. We'll just keep this up to date. I'm sure we're down now after that big. No, we're actually at 40. That's actually surprising. I thought the 1-2 table was going to crush that dream, which was just 1-2 that hand, obviously. We lost. It doesn't have spades. I might have spades now. But as he never has spades on the turn. I didn't even bet the gut shot on the 2 flop. We're just gonna have to up the aggression here and just start betting this guy a lot. Maybe switch over to 3x open even too. Queens, action. Calls. Okay, we're gonna bet. King X, Ace X, 8x, they're all calling. Okay. Then we're just gonna keep betting against an 8 at this point. Just have to go. Could maybe take a bet check bet line here some portion of the time, but with bottom pair we're gonna bet. Put it down. Okay, we're gonna 3-bet 7s. Calls. And the ace, we're just gonna go half pot here. Folds, nice. Probably play pretty straightforward. Like if he called in, we'd probably just check him up. Don't really need to get fancy. He'll just make some mistakes. We just need to avoid making mistakes, and we'll be able to stack. And because we know he's not check raising much as a bluff, we can go ahead and value bet there. Ace is good for us. I am going to check back here. The board's getting a little bit not great for our range. Don't have a diamond. Well, 6 deuce, 5x open. ace king. Alright, we get some action. We 3-bet the ace king. Calls. Check here. We're gonna check back the ace king. He checks again. I think anything that's like a 10 of 9's betting at this point. So we're just gonna go for some thin value against like ace queen, ace jack. And if he is slow playing, he's gonna tell us right now with a check raise. We know for sure he's not gonna bluff us. Does call. Jack's not great. Now we lose to ace jack, queen jack, king jack. We do have the nut flush though that we could bet. I think we just check here though. Oh my god. Super annoying. Okay, raise the ace king. We're gonna ISO the 9-7 suited. Okay. Alright, that's good flop. We gotta be cautious about ISO in here. Just because Spencer is not, he's just clearly not folding to anything. Leads out. Interesting. Okay, now he checks. What the hell? I just limp call, hit set, I guess. That was confusing. Okay, we 3-bet the ace queen. Actually, I think the ace queen's a fold. Against the, I never got an over. Not against this guy though. Now we're just gonna block that twice. Block that turn, block that river. I'm gonna rip it. Excuse me. I wonder if he just had aces. Open with aces. I don't know. What happened here? This guy. Jack 8. Okay, raise the 3s. Fold jack 10. Fold the queen 4. Five deuce fold. Check fold. So like this is a spot where we could either run up a nice big stack or just get like stack whole bunch, depending how we run. So, but we are not going to be ISOing hands like 9-7 suited anymore, because with this guy on our left, he's just calling too much, and like a hand like 9-7 is just massively dominated by just like a random range. So the ace 8. So just call there, I think. And we'll 7-6-5. Check here. Okay, it's a good flop for us. We're gonna check to him. Checks back. Check here. Yeah, he just chops it with us now. I think if he raises, he'd probably check back. Or flush on the flop. I don't think you're supposed to check back like a shitty spade, ever. Brings the ace king. Okay, raise the 8s. Jack 10 off, we'll raise. Alright, we got a nit up here. We got a nitty up. This guy's just calling too much. And it's going to lead to us being in awkward spots against 3-bets. But standard c-bet here, yeah. I will just call the ace king. And then we're going to go to check call, check call, check call. We just got to find hands against this guy. Four's really good. Not that he would really have pocket fours, but it makes ace four suited way less likely. I'm not Jimmy's got the best seat at the table here. Alright. We're just gonna think for a minute. Then we're gonna decide if we want to rip this or not. I think just call. Hate when the spades roll off. That actually might be a spot where we should shove for him. That was a good check. I was gonna say, watch this. This guy folds. Kings, he plays every hand, just folds. Honestly, you see that makes no sense. Okay. Right, now we gotta think here. Call or rip it? Rip it just looks like ace king. I'm just gonna tank rip. I fold. I can't believe Spencer folded. It's just crazy. So we ISO here. Get called. Alright, we're gonna value bet now. Falling asleep, yeah, it's so sad. That's like, I get kings, he folds, and then he apologizes. That seems really something. I'm gonna check here. Think Jackie bets a queen, and if she has a 10, she'll bet, and we can shove and get called. Well, does it call the ace queen against the, oh, it checks back. Well, that's a good check. She's been pretty aggressive. Okay, check here. So, a little suspect of ace king. He raises to 10, folds, Americo calls, just cold calls, and then leads it with call, then checks turn. Yeah, I think we just probably just, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna rip it. And we're gonna call the jack eight suited. Nice. Dodging a 4, I thought, sure, we can run it 3 times for you. What are we dodging? No 4, no 5. Alright, we're gonna check call here with the spade draw and the straight draw. God damn it. Sure, he's gonna bomb this. He only goes 10, so we're just check calling here. We're just trying to catch. God damn. Throw out some tilts. What? We chopped that? Ace, dude. How did we chop that? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, we'll try this again. Like, how do we? What is it? Ace 2, 3, 7, 9. We win. The 10 we win. Oh, we didn't chop it. It just shows that we both want to bet. Heck, value bet the kings. Ace jack. Ace king. Wow. Nice. Okay, let's try to win them all here again. No action with kings. I'm gonna rage here. We're not running 3 times ever again. So that's 150 bigs we just missed out on. Yeah, we didn't win that much. That's the issue. Yeah, something. Yeah, we just didn't win that much. I don't think. Or maybe that's exactly what our EV should have been there. Basically, so it keeps the EV the same. That would make more sense. That would make more sense. Okay, the tens. It's a good turn. Let's get this in the $200 table instead of lose it to the guy playing every hand. And I just call. Oh. Well, the rivers aren't being very nice to us. I don't think we can call there. Might as well have an ace. I guess we beat ace high. 10 deuce. 14-9. So we've had kings twice. No action, unfortunately. Hit. 3-bet the aces. Fold jack 6. Okay, raise the 10-9. Queen. Looks like Marico doubles up. That's a good spot. Fold queen 4. We're gonna fold the king jack suited there. Raise the queen 7 suited. Guess we should check for some. Should be some twos. Okay. Good. So, we've got another 100 table up, and we're gonna value bet the 7 here. Okay. Goes to the check raise. I'm gonna call here. Not so much. Guys, the check raise doesn't make a lot of sense with an ace, especially once he checks turn. Maybe he goes bet check bet. Alright, we just throw down to 7 now. He could hit a jack. It's funny how often they'll just decide to check raise in some random spot that just makes absolutely no sense. It's a pretty good board for us. We'll we're out of position as well. We do got to study up on our out of position, see that's how often we're actually supposed to just be checking. Value bet the jack 8 here. I think the real only overpair is going to be, that's a good turn card. We'll just check to him now. And then we can value bet river. So just check all flop. Control the size of the pot. Check call. And we'll be check calling river now for sure. We're going to value bet here. Yeah, it's just check call river. Raise the ace 9, fold 10 4, fold 10 9. Fold 10 7, fold 9 7. Hey, ace queen. I'm just gonna go 3x. Spencer is calling so wide. So is Mike's cabin. Thinks for a little bit, then checks. We're also gonna check. I think we have to call here. we have the ace of clubs. The jack and king are both pretty good for our range. That's what I thought. Thing is, when you got somebody playing 84 or 85% of hands, you have to realize that ace high is like an extremely strong hand. I expect him to start attacking us now after calling him down with ace high. Just sort of like an ego tilty kind of thing. Mike's cabin's obviously targeting him as well. It's gives us great odds to just call with ace 5 suited. I don't want to 4-bet and get into like an awkward spot against him, so we'll just call. We'll just be looking to kind of try to hit the nuts when we can. Ace 3 suited, we're going to fold 4-bet it. Yeah, we're going to raise here. Ace queen. Try the 10%er here. Let's see what he does. Raise the ace king. And we are done with the hand, obviously. That was just a rando stab that will work some portion of the time. It only has to work like 10%, so it does. Trust me, it does work. If you don't believe me, check back to the other streams. People max overfold. So he did raise, probably like a tilted raise. They just called on the turn after checking the flop. How did this last hand play out? Kind of want to call him again. I'm not sure I'm good this time, but I think I have to call him again here. Oh, wow. So he's like, okay, so he's one of those. It's a little bit of an annoying spot. And we're gonna bet. We're actually I'm gonna overbet here on the 3 deuce 5 board. Okay, so we check, yeah, jack queen suited's fine. I mean, it's a fine hand to 3-bet. Okay, we'll just keep checking this for the team. Yep. Yeah, we have that nice little bump up, but lost it right away. Okay, ace 10, very strong hand against Spencer. Jimmy ISOs, we'll just probably let this go. Definitely let it go now. Okay. So we ISO'd, they called, the flop was a missed c-bet. Raised queen 10. We're just gonna stab here, we don't have anything. They don't seem interested. The king queen off, we're gonna 3-bet. And we obviously are c-betting here on the ace queen 6. And we are gonna bet the king. And we'll go half pot shot here. And we go 3x ace queen, moving up here. Brick it. Couldn't wheel a bet out of him there. I will just call the ace 10 this time. Jack T raises us. That's a really good turn. Now we're stacking. We do lose the ace queen, but we're still stacking off here in a 3-bet pot. I would check this out. I'm such a donut. I guess I don't like that guy. And I guess we just rip it. Hope he's got queen 10, queen jack. He doesn't want to fold. Okay. We'll go for the check raise here. Check raise is pretty powerful against recreationals because they do pretty widely over stab. So you can just check raise a lot on the flop and then end up folding. They also like overthink the check raise and just kind of take it as very strong too often. They just end up folding too many hands, which is like good and bad, because against a good reg it's bad, but against like most of the pool, who just don't check raise, then it's actually probably pretty good. Just move on from the hand when they do finally decide to throw a check raise at you. 10's going to be a big part of his range. So it's like a 6 though. I think we have to value bet here. I don't think he has a better ace. I think we have to go for value against the 6, but like pocket 5s or 7s, stuff like that. Even though our kicker's not playing, I think there's a lot of hands he's potentially going to be willing to call in that spot. Fold the 8-3. I think we'll just ISO and c-bet. It's going to be too profitable. Even with like a hand like Jack-7. But we can still make some straights and 2 pairs, some top pairs that are actually pretty good. So our equity's not horrendously horrendous. I fold the 9-3. The Jack-9 against the button will defend, even against the 3x open. Fold the 6-7. Goes half pot. It's a little small if he has a good king. And ace-9, I think, three-handed with 3-bet. And I'll block bet the Jack-9. Yeah, that's fine. Makes sense. The small, tiny, like a tiny little bet there. This guy's just like a really random, sort of wants to be reg, but not. So we 3-bet, flop checks around. Okay, we're gonna block bet turn. Okay, 9's raise, and we're gonna block that river. Check to him. Do that sweet call. Wow, how do you have king jack and check that back and then like do nothing with it? Wild. And the 9s, we're just not folding. Can't fold to this guy. You just have to call down. No value in raising because his range is just so wide that we're only gonna get called by better hands if we raise him. It's his first through bet, eh? It is small, we're in position, we're gonna call it, but we'll call and proceed cautiously. You can tell me just roll about that big, yeah, okay. So you just have the hand there. Kings, aces, whatever it is, it's better than ours. Raise the ace-7 suited. Did he call king jack off there? It's actually my next question. Did he call king jack off? Or jack king off? We're just gonna rip this for value. If he has an ace, he calls. If he's chasing, he calls like clubs and stuff, given his stack size. So I think we just want to stick it in. I think it's most likely to get him to call his whole stack off by shoving on turn while all his draws are still floating around. The king deuce, just check. 9-4 suited, we open. Jack 9 fold. King deuce, check. Actually, if we check shove that turn, we get called by that guy with a pair and a heart draw. We'll let this go. Obviously, check call. The 9. When he goes big again, then we can fold. Lucky Charms here. Yeah, he's relatively aggro. Right, this is a good board for us. We'll go half pot and then 3/4 on turn, I think. We want to look strong because we're repping that ace. Okay, king 9 through, we bump up. So jack 5. Okay, we're going to value bet the queen here, heads up. King 5, let us know. Jack 7, it's right on the cusp of calling and folding. Check back to here. Oh, split trips. We're obviously calling here, bottom pair. Could also check there probably some portion of the time as well. And we'll give another shot to bluff. And the queen, we rep it for value. He folds. Okay, Jack Knight suited. Three bet the ace king, pretty standard there. Fold the deuce. Pocket sevens and raise. Yeah, we're just check folding the Jack 9, unfortunately. We get 3-bet. Sevens are a 4-bet. They're actually a 4-bet and call. Oh, why can't I run it once? Okay, raise 6-5 suited, 4-4-4. Anyways, relatively whatever. I hate people when they run it once, that drives me goddamn nuts. It's actually like super tilting. Just run it twice, bro. I'm glad he didn't leave though. That's like sort of what generally happens is they'll run it once, then Bink the flip, and then they just dip. Seven. Okay, we 3-bet here. We get called. This board, we're actually going to 3-bet pretty big. We get called, we'll just be done with the hand. Okay, we'll fold the ace 10. Serve at that in and out there. Okay, we'll fold the jack 6. Pull the 10 deuce, and we'll pull this up very simply back to even after losing that flip. And we're actually better off than we thought. EV's way up there. That's is the usual. The king 5 would fold. That's good. We made some back here, but we were doing 78. Now we're back to 118. Climbed out of it a little bit quickly. Okay. We're gonna raise the ace 4 suited. ISO the ace 4 suited. 5-3 is just a fold. No, really. Not really any other action currently. With the king out there, we'll see that here pretty big. Snap called by the usual station-y culprit. Fold the ace 8. And we're just going to check here and give up. Just fold. Okay, we're going to squeeze the ace queen. And we're going to ISO the jack 8 suited. Okay, ace 7 suited. Alright, flop top pair here. ISO pot. We can go small and then big on turn. But I like half pot here. Ace 5 suited, I can squeeze it. Oh, I hate my life. Oh, that's so gross. Just flop the nuts. You don't like to see that. Oh my god, and he leaves out over pot. Oh, good lord. Good lord. Have mercy. I can't do that to me. Okay. We're just going to call here. I expect Spitzer to give us a free flop a lot of the time. We're going to keep betting against the Jackie over there. We're through the ace queen. Check the 3s. Limp. Right, I'm just going to fold out of position here. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that ace 7 suited hand is like a super bad call. Probably. Or fold. Big blind 2.8 with the ISO. Yeah, it's like probably like horrendously bad actually. This guy's spewing junk legs. I think Aaron Flog can get for super wide. Doesn't 3-bet a lot, but he starts spewing these 4-bets more. We'll just have to start attacking him. Ace queen will be going in, ace king, king queen suited, pocket 10s and up, like that kind of stuff. Excuse me. Okay, top shooter. 3 bets. Ace queen's just a fold there most of the time, unless you have a reason to think they're 3-betting pretty wide. They're generally not. There's 25-cent tables up. I'm sure there'll be some more NL 100 tables coming in soon. Man, that ace 7 suited is going to haunt me. That was, I think, probably a bad fold. I mean, ace 5 suited is a call. Like ace 7, ace 6 suited, just like, I don't know, it's awkward. With the under the gun limp in there. Dead money. We're just dominated so often. I don't know. Probably can't even solve it in GTO because of the under the gun open limp. And we're gonna ISO that a lot. Probably bad to just call there. Raise loose jack. Okay. Calling. Full pot again on a paired board. Wide odds aren't really there. We check to him. We're obviously check calling here. We're just gonna overbet river, make it look fluffy. Snap forward. Oh wow, straight flush. We would have been stacked, folks. We would have been stacked there, that's for sure. We will 3-bet 5-4 suited at a low frequency. Okay, 7-8 suited will bump up. Let's just call. I think we're gonna get a whole bunch of calls here. We'll see if this guy, he's like 3 a lot, 4.2. That's fine. What happened to his stack? Oh, that's just a normal stack, I guess. 6-5. Oh yeah, yeah, what they do. Gross river. What? Really? Was that not locked? Anyway. The 7s are just fold. Game bred with the quadruple up. Fold the 10-4. It's a really good 5-10 table. Fold 9 deuce. One, two table, we're down. Okay, raise the king jack. I will defend the 8-5 suited. Just the check folding here though. Not really much of anything. Check raise with it, a bluff with. Three bet the ace queen. I think we can value bet the king jack here. Let's check twice. Hit river. Value bet. So fold the jack 5. Ace king will be opening that. 3-bet. Man, that ace 7 suited. I can't believe I just overfolded that free. But anyways, okay. This board we're gonna go small because it's so dry. Then big on the turn, and then we're just gonna rip the river with action. Hands are kind of tied here, like waiting for hands against this guy because he is playing so many hands. But, there's not a whole lot we can do. Even betting there's probably bad. Like you probably just should just be like check call, check call, check call. Give him a chance to bluff. Exit king 7 suited. See where we're at, so we can stop checking for good. Yes, we're just up over 100. Over 600 hand. EV, we're up 200, but that's just because of that coin flip that we actually were a favorite on. Heads up, you're more likely to be truly flipping the ace king versus a pocket pair. It's like six-handed. The reality is like math can say you don't know what cards are out there, but odds are there's an ace or a king that's already been divvied out, so you're actually never flipping. Like very often you're not flipping. I guess we're never gonna get the 3-bet. We can probably just call here. Bring another fish along with us. It's a pretty good flop. Might actually be worth leading out on that board to avoid him checking back. Okay, he checks back. So once it checks back, like yeah, you could have an 8. Most likely just giving up. Oh, Lalo can still have like Jack 10 maybe. Ace pull the call like King Queen, Ace King, stuff like that at least one time. Fold 5-3. Fib, pot 8. Queen 8 will just ISO. And we're gonna see bet this board. Snap calls. We're gonna 3-bet here and squeeze that. King 9 suited will raise. Guess we're gonna bet big here on the 4. Yeah, she is opening her entire range. You can see it doesn't make a lot of sense for her to have a hand here, but when you're open limping everything, it's, you know, I guess you could have a jack or a king here just the same. He calls out of this small blind. We're just going to overbet turn here once he checked to us twice. Calls. Alright, well, we're just done with the hand. Oh, we win with the king high. Nice. Bad turn call. Bad check. Bad turn call. You obviously can't chase a straight draw to like a 2x overbet, and there's like a flush out there as well. You just have no equity to do it. What happens when you're, you know, it's the heart and straight come, then you get stacked, or you get no value, right? Like it makes sense. Anyway, ace jack suited, we bump that up. The ace 7 will just defend. Pocket 10s, very strong hand here. He goes 3.5. I'm just going to call because I really want Spencer in. I think he's so bad that it's worth keeping him in. And against Jackie, we're just going to bet again here. She likes to call flop bets, so we'll give her a chance to. Alright, we'll fold the 10s now. And we're going to bet again. Nut flush draw, top pair, top kicker, and the nut flush draw, I should say. Oh. That sucks. We're going to lose really down. Probably is like 5-6 or a set, but you can't fold obviously. 5-3. That is so tilted. Alright, we need an ace, a 6, or a diamond. Nice. Thank God. 5-3. I'm about to throw my computer. Alright, this guy's like everybody needs queen suited. That's a little annoying. That 3-bet cost this. Can't really be giving this person too much credit though now. We've seen that. So with the queen 10, we've seen the ISO with the king 10. definitely playing like pretty aggressive pre-flop. Now they're 4-betting. Like I think 8, 16, 24. That's a big 4-bet. I don't know, maybe it's too nitty after everything we just said. Probably. We'd probably have a ton of chips here if we weren't so nitty. Set flush draw with the aces, set of tens. This guy's just like spew. Okay, we're gonna raise the king 10 suited. Okay, Spencer folds again. What's going on in this world? Spencer just folding every hand. Okay, we check the ace 4. 6-7 is going to continue now. Obviously continuing here. And we're going to check now. Queen. Ice cold 3-bets us. 8s are just a fold most of the time there. And we're still going to value bet even with the 9 falling. So we're obviously going to be folding. Do a shove. Tank shove incoming. Nope. Okay, we'll fold the 9-4. Let's just kind of recenter here. A little bit tilty. Fish tilt me, man. They just tilt the shit out of me. Just the random stuff they do is pretty tilting. To be honest, that was a big 4-bet. I kind of believed him. It's kind of why I let that ace queen suited hand go. Might have been a big mistake, but again, I try to trust my gut whenever I can. Just because it's right a lot. And I've talked about this in previous videos. I don't really consider it hocus pocus. I just think your gut knows, you know, it's just your subconscious. You've played so many hands of poker, they just ends up picking up on something that you're not. That's my theory on it, and I try to stick with that, to be honest. And listen to it whenever I can convince myself to, whether it's hero calling or folding or whatever. All right, we're up to 250. There's a nice little blink there. It's like, I don't know. When you look at your graph, like stuff like that drives me nuts because it looks like, oh yeah, we got it in bad, but like in reality, it was what, a 3-bet pot. We massively bet on the flop, and they called bottom pair 5 and a 3 and picked a 2-outer or a 4-outer or whatever, and then the money went in. You know, when we have top pair, top kicker with the nut flush draw. Luckily, we sucked it, if you want to call it. All right, king 4, fold 10-4 suited, raise. Fold the 8-7 here. Barada's waiting on this table. Yeah, 40% DPIP. Like, all we gotta do is get some hands and start stacking like crazy. Okay, we're gonna ISO the king 8 suited. Even stack size could maybe go a little bit smaller, but I think that's fine. Best outcomes, they just fold, really. Okay, the queen 8. We're gonna ISO that. Fold the 10-8. Raise the 7 suited. Spencer with 4x open. That's gonna be a fold. 3-way, we're gonna check back the 7, just because we knew we were gonna hit trips. We have 2 callers. We'll just call as well. Kind of run out of DSPS. We have to call, unfortunately. Nice. Not unfortunately, like we have to call. We have the best hand a lot. They're bluffing a lot, overstabbing, blah 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 blah. We do lose some portion of the time there, obviously. Bit of an action killer, but not really. We wouldn't have got any more money. They would have bet. We would have shoved. They would have folded with nothing. Alright, so we ISO'd this, right? Okay, so we're gonna go. Okay, Boosh, Wadaka call. Okay, 26, 36, 46, 56, 66. Yeah, we'll just shove river. That's a good card. He doesn't rip into us, so he probably doesn't have a better flush. Yeah, we shove. That's the expected outcome when they check river. Probably couldn't fold there, but if he shoves river, I expect to lose at least like 60% of the time, 70% of the time, which I think still makes it a mathematical call. We'll fold the jack 8. So we're pretty much not planning to leave this 1-2 table until we at least stack one of the mega whales that are sitting. Good. We can call here at the kings, given stack sizes, and then we'll ship it. If he bets, we'll just shove. If it's big, we're all in. The only hand we're worried about is pocket tens, really. Nice. Beautiful open. And he probably folds that pre-flop. Oh my god. Ah, no. We're running. Oh man, that's so open. Well, whatever. It was in good. He sucked out on the other hand, so I guess it's karma, right? This guy wins the flip with ace king versus sevens, stacks us in on 100, and then wins at 80-20 with ace 10 against kings. Beautiful stuff there. Okay, we're gonna see bet here. With this guy in the table, we're just gonna attack it. And fold king 3 here. Okay, we take that down. At least use the NL50 table, right? That's how we want to look at it. We want to run good at the NL100 and then run bad at the NL50. It's fine. Guy's a half stack. What do you do? Lose the hand. It's not much else to talk about. Calls pretty quickly on the flop. I think we're going to continue to barrel here, though. Okay. Flush up on the river. Oh, wow. What? I think we fold, right? I don't think this is ever a bluff. I mean, if it's a bluff, like, I guess nice bluff. This guy is really random and fluffy. Do you collect time cards by not using them? Calls flop, calls turn, and then snap shoves this over. I am gonna fold. I'm gonna check here now that that 8 rolled off. That's just so bad there to do that. When I'm going like bet. We're definitely calling here. I'm gonna lead in a Barada on the turn. Take a 10 bets. Let's check. Yeah. Okay, check here. Raise the 10s. Check the 8-3, call here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Check back the top 10s here. probably just had the best hand with the 3, so I think we can bet it. 2 overcards here need into me. I'll just let that go. Here we're not going to bluff with diamonds. We ISO Jimmy with the 3 bet. 8s are actually with the fold here, pretty much always. Fold the 9-3. Fold the King 8. Fold the Jack 5. So that should have leveled out our EV. That NL50 hand. Yep. Okay, raise the 7s. 9-7 suited will fold. Sevens, 7, 8, 9. Just check that. Value bet the ace 5 suited. And we're just gonna sit out here for a minute. Okay, we're actually just going to keep rocking here. Let's sit out a little bit. Okay. Queen deuce, ace 5. Okay, we'll fold the 10-6. I don't think I have any chips here. I would losing every hand. Okay, fold Jack 3. 60 suited, fold. Guess you're just card dead. You're card dead. What do you do? Ooh, lucky chance. Ooh, guys, really Jack Blacko. A little tempting to sit there, but I don't want to put too much of our bankroll into the grinder. I've had quite a few hands, I think, against Barada over time. That's like neither one of us is really. Biggest hand we won was 62. Biggest hand we lost was 9-7. Yeah, we just folded it. I don't know what we went up with that rage tilted up. Okay, aces. We're gonna get a walk. Cool. Fold the deuces. Fold 6-4. Pocket kings. Hey, what is this guy? What is going on here? We can do nothing but check here with pocket aces. Now we're gonna get like called and 3-bet probably. There we go. Been clicked. So this guy can see my hand. We will defend here, obviously. And we'll give him a chance to spew. We're gonna have to call at least one here, second pair. We are done now if he bets again. Do induce a little bit of spew here. Just check shove, fold 6-5. Let's go full pot. I wonder if he maybe has 7, 6s, 6, 7, a6, a7, a3, something like that. Hard to get paid here though. My hand looks exactly like top set or jacks, like pocket jacks, pocket aces. Okay, flop the ace. Check. Give Spencer some opportunity to bet here. The takers. We will value bet. We're going to ISO the king 3 suited. And we just get 2 fold. Okay, right, jack 10. Check the king 3. He checks back. We're going to go small bet, small bet. Fold the king 8. The deuces, that's a huge 3-bet, so we are just going to let that go. Gross. But that's like 100% fold. To 12x at a position. Okay. Raise here. Let's do shovel spades. We're going to 4-bet the jack 10 suited. Check back the 8s, I think is fine. And we're going to queen jack. And we just have an easy fold when he shoves. I walked into aces on that one. We pick up the club draw. We're going to bet again. And squeak. Leads full pot. It's interesting. I think we just fold. We got raised there. Okay. Alright, guys. If you're looking for how to put a bunch of money in and fold, this is the best place to be. Teach you how to do that. No problem. So probably down to about 250. 250 now. Down to 250. Pocket threes, we raise. What's crazy to me is that this guy's like playing every hand, and then we get like kings, kings, aces, and he's folded every time. The one time he even apologized right after. Which is very sus. Obviously he can't see your hand, I'm just joking, but it's funny. Okay. The ace, 5, we do 3-bet some portion of the time. Snap ball. What is with this guy Don? Okay. Well, I am gonna call here. Crazy thing is not like when he goes and like check raises this. I think we just rip here. I think he's full of shit. No, Spencer. Yeah, I don't. Basically, I think we've 1 had the best hand a lot. 2, I don't think he ever has a queen. 3, we have the ace of spades. So like, did he ever have that? Probably not. All right, what is with these donk bets? Am I missing something in this world of donk bettage? Obviously, with an overcard and a gut shot, we call the donk bet. Especially when we're just going to turn the nuts. I think we just have to call, though. There's not much else to do. I think if we shove, we get rid of all those bluffs. So we just got to call. And let him continue to put as much money in as possible. Okay, so we did donk lead, though, with... here, I think we go half pot. Okay. Fucking these bets. I guess we fold. I guess you have 7s. Okay. Well played. Thank you for not making me bluff again. Because I would have. Okay, we'll spike back up. We'll spike back up. Alright, we got the chimp himself in the house. Okay, check stats here. So we lost Omni Vincent. I don't know who this guy is. Dark Horse Omni Vincent. So 21 hands with them. Have him marked as a shitty reg. So I haven't seen him in forever though, so my guess is he's not a reg. He's just a shitty reg. In general. And we got 3 fish on our right, so this is still a pretty good table that we want to be at. We're just hoping to get some action. And did he fold that river, or did he end up calling? Oh, okay. He doesn't beat anything, obviously, at that point. Lose to the 7x if I got stationy with it. Loses to king 10, loses to king jack, loses to ace queen, loses to queen 9. There's just nothing he beats. And we get another walk at the premium. Okay, raise the 8-7 suited. Okay, pick up ace king again. Oh, we're only playing 20 bigs too. I think it's a good guy to have on our left. Oh, we get a walk. What's going on? Okay, 7s. Let's try this again. Folds to us, we're just open ripping into Omnia. Omnia Vincent. Dev open limps. Another open limp. One time, please. As expected, fires. I'm just gonna go for a call. I think we call, and then they call. We got a nice big pot with the potential to really hit it hard. Okay, checks back. Let's go for our 10%. I just wonder how people are going to read into that. It's going to read into it as full shit. And I'm going to believe him. Let it go. So that didn't work very well. Alright, we're going to go for an ISO here with king 5 suited. Calls. We're going to brick it. Brick it. And they just overfold the small bets, so we'll just keep going small here and expect to just take that down quite a bit. 6 deuce. Welcome to the stream, guys. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Definitely helps with the channel. This is the 100K Bink or Bust Bankroll Challenge. We are on day 20. We're currently at 800 hands. We're up 300 bucks between NL50 and NL200. I think we're actually down at the NL200 table. Let's just see. Yeah, the 1-2 table, we're down. We're pretty much even. Okay. This could be a big factor here. We have ace king. I think we ace it again. Called. We folds pretty quickly. That's fine. And you get, or it'll just get scared. Happy to just take it down. Always happy to just take it down. Always happy to win. Okay, we raise the ace-10 offsuit. Hold the 9-7. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you're not already subbed. I'm not Jimmy's actually been 3-betting me a lot here. We're going to have to start firing back at him soon. Ace-10 though is not the hit to it. We're just going to fold that. Fold 6-3. Our 4-bets are going to get a lot of respect, so I wouldn't mind firing a few, just sort of polarized ones, king 6 suited, like that kind of stuff, where we just have an easy fold if he does anything too frisky. But alright, 9-5, we just fold, queen 5, fold, 8-6, and check, 8-3, check. I'm actually surprised that it's 8 o'clock and the tables are still 10-cent 25-cent loading up. Parada willing to sit everywhere. Since the Parada plays up there, right? So 5-10's looking pretty good. What if I should have bet that boat where it turned trips and let out and called? His hand felt like a king, like a 10. I actually thought he'd value bet though. Didn't expect him to. I didn't expect him to check back at 10. So maybe we missed some value on that hand against him. Because we probably would have called another bet. Okay, fold the 8-3. We are muted. Yeah, we're muted. Okay, good. Okay, we're gonna bump the ace jack. Alright, got some heads up action here. Okay, the king 8 suited will bump. And we're going to ISO the 8-7 suited. Just a small 3x. We don't want to go too big because the stack's pretty short, so we're going to be cautious of that. This guy donk leads into us on a low board, full pot. It just makes it easy to play when they're doing that, you know, too wide. Okay, we're just going to check back the 7s there. A bit of pot control. We'll go for a little value on the turn. Against 6x, 4x, just like a bear heart, that kind of stuff. Nice. Okay, fold 5 deuce. Sweet. Got ace 10 versus 9s. Obviously we want the 9s to win, maybe. Actually. It's actually like the fish on my right having this like short stack on the left. It's kind of perfect. He's got a million outs. Everything. Basically the entire board. Just fades all of it. Sucks. Hopefully he just revives. The jack 9 would do open. Kick down. Fold jack deuce. Fold 9-5. 7-5 suited again. We're going to bump that as well. Okay, pretty dry board. Damage to small. Balls. I think we double barrel the 10. Just gonna overcall. It's like, I don't know. There's a weird balance between 25 and 33%. I'm starting to notice where they overcall. It's like they're overcalling the 20-25%, but like still overfolding 33%. Alright guys, we are going to sit out here for a minute, and we're going to take a quick break. And then we'll get right back to it. 8's just a fold here, we're not going to get crazy fixed in there. 10-6 suited will bump up, fold to 6-4. Want to be better than you sits down here on our left. So that guy losing that flip was unfortunate. As spewy as this guy is, he is relatively hard to play against when he's on your left, because he just throws out 3 bets and stuff pretty aggressively. So 8-6 suited, 8-6 offsuited is folding. I'm gonna bet here on the queen. Actually, should be over. Probably just ship if anything. How'd this hand go down? We raised, he called, flop checks around, turn checks around. I think I'm just going to shove. I think he just folds enough that we can ship it here. Yeah. Hopefully we get some action with the aces. Fold 7-3. Thanks. Alright, it goes really small though. Okay, 4-bet him. And calls. Ugh. That's a gross flop. Probably just check here. Okay, raise the queens. Okay, checks twice, we're gonna value bet. Oh look, he's, oh wow. Tens, yeah, okay. I guess we just fold the queens to a 3-bet and a cold 4-bet. I'm sure Barada knows that this guy's just a giant donkey spew. So he's going to be 4-betting kind of late here, but I don't think I have enough of a reason to continue. I think we just let the queens go. Obviously, we're going to just rip them some portion of the time. Okay, well, we're pretty much sitting out everywhere, so we'll be right back. Alright guys, so we've only played 1,000 hands so far today, I think. 864, we're currently up 316. It's a good start to the day. Let's see if there's any tables that have popped up. Guys only playing one table by the looks of it. Okay, we'll fold queen 7. Good lord. Okay, raise the queen jack. Seems like the music's got a little low, maybe. Just bump that. That's too high. Oh, let's just bump that a little bit. Alright, 7s. Where we at here? 7s we raise. Okay, I think we can just see bet small here. I think it's a little weird for them to have anything strong. Given their stack sizes, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. I think we're going to check. They're not ripping all the kings. Yeah, I was going to say, if they, anything but that. Anything but a jack, a king probably. We're just planning to rip the river there. Because, well, given their stack sizes, like aces are just going in, right? Like, if they have an ace that's any kind of decent, money's just going to go in. Can't fold 10 deuce. Fold check to jack 9. Okay, raise the jack to suited. Let's take flop here. I would lost another fish. Okay. I think I'm going to lead here with the gutter. Yeah, we're going to bet here to jack 3. And the queen 9 will just fold. Alright, we're actually just going to call it a stream here for now. We got some ace 10 off. We just got some real world stuff we got to take care of, so that'll be it for today, or at least for now. See if we can actually get a late night stream going one day. But as for this, we are sitting out. We are done for now. I'm sure we'll get another session in today. It's just whether or not we can get it on stream. So we sat out, but overall, we played 887 hands today. We ended up 319. That puts our bankroll at around 3,800, give or take. So overall, pretty happy with the result. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Definitely helps the channel. Hit that subscribe button. And